Well, it is Friday, September the 2nd, and this is the Greenbrier Valley Church of the Nazarene with your daily devotion. Today we continue to read from the book of Exodus chapter 2, verses 18 through 25. Here's the word of the Lord. When the girls returned to Reuel, their father, he asked them, "Why have you returned so early today?" They answered, "An Egyptian rescued us from the shepherds. He even drew water for us and watered the flock." "And where is he?" Reuel asked his daughters. "Why did you leave him? Invite him to have something to eat." Moses agreed to stay with the man, who gave his daughter Zipporah to Moses in marriage. Zipporah gave birth to a son, and Moses named him Gershom, saying, "I have become a foreigner in a foreign land." During that long period, the king of Egypt died. The Israelites groaned in their slavery and called out, and their cry for help because of their slavery went up to God. God heard the groaning, and he remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and Jacob. So God looked on the Israelites and was concerned about them. And that is the word of the Lord. The title of the article today by Stephanie Malcolm is God Knows. Moses has fled to the desert where he gets married, starts a family, and spends his days herding his father-in-law's flock. It seems like God has forgotten his people. Enough time passes that the old Pharaoh has died and a new one has taken his place. The people of God continue to suffer and cry out as the new Pharaoh continues the policy of the old. Then God decides to see why the Israelites are crying out. The scripture said he was concerned about them. The verb used here is the Hebrew word yada, which means to know. God comes and does not just see their pain, he knows it. God has not forgotten his people. God is not an outside observer watching us from afar. Instead, he comes down into the suffering of the world and comes alongside us in our pain. In Romans chapter 8, verse 26, it says, "In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us through wordless groans." God has not forgotten you. He sees you and knows your pain. The hymn is "He Abides" by Herbert Buffon. And the reason of my bliss? Yes, the secret all is this, that the Comforter abides with me. And from the 138th Psalm, verses 6 and 7. Though the Lord is exalted, he looks kindly on the lowly. Though loftily he sees them from afar. Though I walk in the midst of trouble, you preserve my life. And that is your daily devotion for Friday, September the 2nd. Have a blessed day.